Mega Mike the Movie Man. And today I got a mega movie plan. Today I'm back with a mega news video for you all. Today we're going to be answering the important question, is physical media dead this current year? Or is it in the process of dying? Or is it alive and well? We're going to get to that important answer towards the end of the video. So stick around through the entire video to get that question answered. But first I want to go through a few topics so we can get some evidence on supporting our final answer. And the first topic is going to be, what are the reasons for physical media dying? What are we actually seeing? What evidence supports this? Next is going to be, what are some reasons why it's alive and well? What do we see out there that supports physical media right now? Next, we're going to go into, what does the state of physical media look like in the next few years? I'm going to give some predictions of where I see things going with physical media. And then next, we're going into that topic of, what can you do to support the physical media community if you enjoy collecting physical media like I do? And then that final topic, answering that important question, is physical media dead this current year? So we're going to get through all of that. So without further ado, let's get started.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
So to get into the first topic, what are some reasons for physical media dying? And what are we just noticing out there with physical media? Well, first we know rental stores like Blockbuster went out a long time ago when we started to get some streaming service and also being able to easily rent videos on demand. Not only that, now we're starting to see that these big box retailers are no longer carrying the physical media they used to have. And what I mean by physical media, for those that don't know, I'm talking about physical disc, right? CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks. And in particular for this channel, we talk about movies. So stores no longer carrying that many discs, right? We've seen the aisles shrink. We've seen less and less aisles. Before, you could go to a Best Buy and walk down rows and rows of aisles looking at all these different movies they had. Now I only see one aisle at my stores, right? And that's for every big box retailer, not just Best Buy, but you'll see that at Target too, right? The aisles have dramatically shrunk for their physical media selection. And so the stores are just not carrying the physical media like they used to. So it's not as available to us as it would be. And the reason why is just people are not buying it as much as they used to, where it was the norm that most people would have VHS, then they would have DVDs, and this was a common thing for most people to have in their homes. We are no longer seeing that. It is now more of a niche market where there's only certain people out there collecting this physical media, like me, for example, and other people a part of the physical media community that really enjoy the collecting aspect and of course the quality they get with a physical media disc. But for most people, they get by with streaming, and that's just the sad truth of it. Even though I'm big on physical media and I really promote it because I think it's way better quality, we just see not everybody is buying into that system. They're okay with just having the convenience of streaming because, let's be honest, streaming is a lot more convenient. So even though I don't think the quality there is with streaming yet, it is a lot more convenient. Just go to streaming, and they have a decent collection. Not the best selection. I think I got a better selection with my physical media collection, but they have an okay selection, at least enough for the average person. And also some other things we notice now, that some manufacturers of physical media players are no longer making them, right? Samsung a long time ago announced they would no longer be making Blu-ray and 4K players. And that was a big player in the physical media market of making these disc players, and they're no longer going to be doing that. And so I see other companies going that same way. So it's going to be tougher, I think, to get those physical media players. Now, right now with the consoles, they do have disc players with them, even though they do have some console options where it can just be digital and downloading and streaming. There are still consoles with the disc players with them. So that's going to keep it alive a little bit longer, but we're just seeing it decrease. Options for the availability of physical media is decreasing everywhere in all of our lives, so it's not as readily available. A lot of times, Some stores won't even carry a lot of the new releases. You'll have to go to a specialty store or order it online. And it's just getting tougher and tougher each week to find the physical media we want out there in the open in a large capacity. So, those are some reasons why physical media is dying. And we can all see this. Now, to get into our second topic, what is keeping physical media alive and well? What are some reasons why physical media isn't dying yet and isn't completely gone? Well, we see physical media still out there, right? So if there's physical media still out there in the stores in some capacity, yeah, it's shrunk, but still available, then we know there's people that are still buying it. That means people are still enjoying physical media. And like for me, I love collecting physical media. I like having it on the shelf, just readily available. My favorite movie. I don't have to rely on a streaming service and thinking they're going to have a movie on there, but then the license gets pulled and they have to take the movie off and it's no longer there. And then you have to search all these different streaming places to see if it is available. And then sometimes it's just not available at all. It's just easier sometimes for me to know, hey, I know this is on my shelf in this spot. I can pull it off and it's ready to go. And then plus the quality. That's another reason why I keep buying physical media. It's just a better quality image, better audio wise. You can tell when you stream, a lot of the time the quality just decreases. And that's due to a lot of different factors. Can be a lot of people on the internet at the same time, right? The bandwidth is not as strong, and it's going to decrease the image though. But with the disc, if you have a dish, you put a disc in, the image is solid all the way throughout. Also, it's not going to stop as many times. To me, when I'm streaming, it's going to get stopped many, many times. When I have a disc, it will happen once in a while where it may skip a part or pause once in a while, but it's very rare, much more rare than with streaming. So that's why I still like collecting physical media. That's why I know a lot of people still like collecting physical media. And there's a big physical media collecting community out there. And so people are definitely still buying physical media, which is why it still exists. Also, we see a lot of the big distributors. They're still doing awesome work on distributing this physical media. You see some of the Lionsgate titles from last year in terms of their still books. Oh, they were so masterfully done. They just looked fantastic. The artwork was phenomenal. And it's studios like that that are keep distributing these movies for us. Paramount has done awesome work. Warner Brothers Archive, great work distributing movies. These boutique labels like Shout Factory, Scream Factory, right? That's done a great job releasing a lot of awesome box set movies for us, like that Friday the 13th series. And then you got Kino Lorber, that seems to be sending out these classic titles just extremely quickly, and they're always releasing new ones every week. And Criterion keeps releasing movies, and they even recently got into 4K disc. So that shows me that, hey, there is still a market out there for physical media collectors. Now, it's maybe not the common thing anymore. It's not like everybody has it in every household. There are some households that just go with streaming, but physical media is still alive in some capacity. And there's some places where people may not have the best internet, and so they rely on playing disc, and that's their only decent option. So I think for now, there is quite a bit of evidence to support that, hey, there is still physical media alive and well. So that's evidence for why physical media is still around.
Party on, dude!
Now to get into our third topic, what do I think the state of physical media looks like in the next few years? Well, my predictions are that in the major box retailers, we're still going to see a decrease in physical media. I don't think they're going to expand much. If anything, they're going to decrease it even more. So there'll be less movies available in that way. Now, I still think they'll have some of them. I still think like a Walmart will have movies available. Maybe not as much, but they'll still have some. And we'll also have online options always. So you're always going to be able to get movies off of an Amazon, off of an eBay, and different online retails. There's plenty of them out there. Also, I think that more and more people will start to get away from physical collecting and more people will probably go towards streaming. Now, I still think there's going to be a core group that's going to still be a part of that physical media collecting um, community out there, like I will. I will always support physical media as it is the best quality right now. Now, once the quality changes in the future and streaming can get up to the same quality, then we'll have another topic for another day. But I don't think we're even close yet for it to being at the same quality level and being a wide enough selection for me to only do streaming. It just isn't there yet. Still have a lot of favorite movies that I can only get on disc. But I do think the physical discs, like I said, are going to decrease in the big box retailers, but maybe there'll be little niche markets, stores that are more like kind of like those vinyl record stores that started to pop up in the last decade or so, where you can still go to a store, get movies, and it's just dedicated to movies, but it's really for the fans of the physical media. It's really for the collectors. And they might have a few stores, specialty stores like that, kind of spread out everywhere. Not a lot of them, but every so often in maybe a major city, you'll see a specialty physical media store like that. So I do think it's going to keep decreasing. I think it's still going to be around in the next few years, especially because the consoles still have those disc player options with them. Now, when the consoles stop having the disc player options, I think that's going to be another major decrease in people having physical media. But for now, we have the current consoles that do have the disc playing options. So I think at least for the next few years, there's still going to be physical media around. There's still people that are going to enjoy collecting physical media, just like me. So that's what I see in terms of the next few years of where physical media is going. It is going to decrease, but it's still going to be available.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Now, our next important topic is going to be what can you do to support the physical media collecting community out there? Well, one step is to keep buying physical media, right? If you enjoy the physical media that's being released, then definitely go ahead and purchase it, right? Vote with your money, because that's what the studios are going to hear. If they see the sales keep going, then they're going to make the quality of that level. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy every piece of physical media, right? You can't collect everything. Nobody has the space for that. But buy the ones you really are going to enjoy, the ones you're really going to watch, the ones you are impressed by, the ones that you look at and you say, wow, this is an amazing case. This is phenomenal artwork. I heard the audio, the visual quality is excellent on this one. And this is a movie I'm going to enjoy and watch. Well, then go and support it. Go and buy it. Because that's what the major studios are going to hear. They're going to hear, okay, are people buying this? When people stop buying it, they're going to stop selling it. But if people buy it, then they're going to keep making it. Once again, it's going back to if it's quality. Now, if a studio releases bad quality, then no, don't go ahead and buy it, because then you're supporting bad quality physical media releases. Now, most of the studios have been doing a great job with physical media releases. However, I do have to mention one of them that's been slacking lately, and that's going to be Disney with that Pirates of the Caribbean release. From what I understood, that was not a good release. The quality was not there for it. And to me, Disney hasn't really been putting a lot of thought and hard work into making good quality physical media lately. So I think that's the one studio that's really trying to get away from physical media. And they're really trying to just do everything streaming. And they even have a bunch of Fox catalog titles they could be releasing, but they haven't. I mean, we haven't even got Heat yet. And that's just outrageous. And from what I understand, they mostly have it already ready to go, but they're just not putting it into the disc format yet. So yeah, Disney is slacking. So if they're putting out stuff that's not good quality, then hey, don't support that, right? You want quality physical media. That's the important key there, the quality physical media. But like I said, if you find physical media you think you're really going to enjoy, then go ahead and buy it, right? If you know you're going to watch it a bunch of times, you're going to get the value out of it. So that's when you should be going out and getting that physical media. And that's going to help support the community. Also, just subscribing to physical media collecting channels. There's a good amount of them out there, right? If you haven't subscribed to me yet, make sure you do that, because I'm going to give you guys a bunch of news on the best physical media to collect. You guys know I do tons of movie reviews and rankings, and I'll unbox physical media, and I'll let you know the audio, the visual quality, what does it look like. And so really support the physical media collecting channels out there, right? Every time you watch a video all the way through on a physical media collecting channel, that really helps out the community. So those are things you can do to help support the physical media community, right? Have discussions with the physical media community members and just enjoy and celebrate physical media, right? As long as you keep doing that, we can keep physical media alive and well. But once people start to lose interest in it, they're no longer buying physical media, right? Then that's when it's going to start to go away more permanently. But I think we can keep it around at least a little bit longer. So that's your call to action there.
Talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here.
So our last topic here to answer our most important question of this video is physical media currently dead this year? To me, I don't think so. I think it's still around. Now, I think it has decreased significantly. You now have to look to some other options to get your physical media. But overall, it's still available for people that really enjoy physical media, just like me. I think you still have a lot of great options out there, and there's still a lot of awesome studios putting out some amazing quality products. So definitely keep up with this news all year long. Know what's being released because you don't want to miss out on something you're really going to enjoy. So just celebrate physical media right at this moment. And right now, I think it's still alive and well, even though it has decreased a little bit. So that will do it for today's news topic. Make sure you like the video. Also, leave in the comments below. Are you a big physical media collector out there? If you are, what gets you so much joy out of collecting physical media? Or if you're not a physical media collector, let me know in the comments as well. I want to hear from you too. Why don't you collect physical media at all? Let's have those fun movie discussions down below. And then also, if you're discovering my channel for the first time, once again, make sure you subscribe right now. That way I can get you all that future movie entertainment content. I talk a lot about physical media here and everything movies in general. So make sure you subscribe right now. And this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.